Well, we just survived 2 Comic Cons in the brand new Iron Man suit. Let's talk about it.
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. I built an Iron Man suit. Now, I say the cat's out of the bag because literally on this YouTube channel, there's been very little evidence of the fact that I've been working on this for the last 2 years. However, if you go to my Instagram page and check out the highlights section, there's a whole section there dedicated to Star Boost, and that has literally clips of me pulling off some of the very first prints from my printers, back when I was still using Ender printers for some of these pieces, to where I am today. So if you're wanting to be more involved in the process, you can go ahead and check that out there. I really kind of dropped the ball on this one, to be honest. I really debated whether or not I wanted to make a full YouTube video. And to be perfectly honest, about halfway through building the suit, I almost gave up. I had like 80% of the suit printed, and I was like, nope, I'm just never going to do this. This is too hard. I bit off more than I can chew. This is just a failed dream. And I almost gave up. And I literally stepped away, probably for like a good few months, if not up to like half a year. I wasn't sure if this was going to get finished or not, to be perfectly honest, and I'm so glad that I stuck it through. Now, while I don't have a dedicated YouTube series talking about how I built this suit, I probably am going to involve some YouTube videos here and there, maybe even make a series where I talk about some of the upgrades that I want to put into the suit. Things to make it more comfortable, things to maybe improve some of the functions of the suit. So do stay tuned, because it is possible that we will do some additional Star Boost videos on the YouTube channel instead of just my Instagram page. Now, the best way that you can ensure that you never miss out on any of these videos is to go ahead and like today's video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon so that you never miss any notifications when I go live or post a new video. Additionally, if you have any ideas or suggestions for upgrades in the suits, or things that I could do differently, or what if I tried this cool little whatever, please drop it in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback on the suit. Additionally, I want to give a huge shout out. I always do this, but I want to give a huge shout out to DO3D. These files are literally free. I just have no words for the fact that these files are free, because when you're trying to jump into this and you're looking at all the expenses, all the paint, all the materials, all the filament, all the everything that you're going to put into this, it gets expensive fast. So the fact that DO3D has these premium, beautiful files that are so easy to work with for free, I'm blown away. So thank you again to DO3D. The files are awesome as always, and I couldn't have done this without you. Now, the main purpose of this video is not only to announce the fact that I have a suit, but I actually wanted to show off some of the footage of the very first cons that this suit went to. Over the last couple of months, we've gone to 2 conventions with this. One of them is the Spartanburg Comic Con in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and the other one is the Soda City Comic Con, and that's in Columbia, South Carolina. Both of them are awesome in different ways, and we were super excited to get to show off the suit. So, with no further ado, I want to show off some of the footage from these cons. Now, I will say, the first con, which was in Spartanburg, we did have an extra person there who was specifically there to take videos and pictures, so we have a lot more content from that con, but even though we don't have a lot of video from the Soda City Comic Con, we're going to make sure that we have some pictures dispersed throughout there as well, so that you can see some of those pictures, because the Soda City Comic Con was awesome, and I want to make sure that they get a spotlight in this video too. So, with no further ado, let's go ahead and check out the conventions, and then we're going to come back here for some closing thoughts. build's coming out. We actually have a YouTube channel that we're going to be growing here soon called the Pratt Printing Press.
Okay. Oh, let me get a shot of that.
Yep. Here, scooch up, Luke.
The current videos there are a little outdated, but we got a Dr. Doom video coming out like in the next 24 hours. And
Really?
Cool projects
So they'll get ready for the stuff coming up in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, seriously, it kind of worked out that I just kind of picked it randomly and then didn't think about it. It's like, you know what, this is pretty relevant right now. So.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, where are you out of?
Where am I out of? I'm out of. Sorry. I'm out of South Carolina.
You got South Carolina, okay.
So I'm pretty local here. I'm about 15 minutes down the road, so it's a little bit too far for me. So.
Nice. Great running into you.
Thank you.
And yeah, beautiful.
Thank you so
Iron
much.
Man outfit.
You do vlogging or something, or?
No, Todd Venture on YouTube.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, here's my card on the phone. You guys will be on there. That's my QR code on the back.
Awesome.
Cool.
Find it.
Yeah, we'll check you out.
Very nice, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, good seeing you. Thanks for talking.
Hi, boys.
If you take the chin and you just kind of pull it to both sides.
Yep, got it. Now, there we go. Okay, hold this for me, Amelia. Do not drop it, please. Okay.
Got it.
Thanks.
Yeah. It's a team effort. Iron Man's got a drink too.
That is too funny.
Note to self, next time,
There we go.
Now you're cooking. Nice.
next time get a built-in straw. So I can.
So you made it, Alex. What you think, man? You want to do it again?
Oh yeah.
You want to do it for 4 hours?
Every time. 4 hours? 5 hours. I still install some PC fans inside this thing.
There you
next
go.
Time, get something to cool it down, but honestly, very few failures, and the failures were minimal, considering this was the first major outing. About 2.5 hours in the suit. Whew, that feeling good.
So you can actually move fairly well in it.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I feel like, have you ever played
You got your second wind.
Have you ever played
That's what you got. You got your second wind.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes.
Remember when
Oh,
you're in
Kotar.
your space suits or your underwater suits? That's how you.
That was the movement. That was the run.
Like how you did.
Almost like you had a load in your pants. Oh man.
Ooh, Doug.
What you think, boys? You made it. Oh, there's the shirts. Matching shirts, cards.
She has a baby onesie on with it too.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Iron Man looks cool, man.
Hey, thank you. Enjoy the show, guys.
Then you're gonna be hurting. You're gonna have a plane.
Today's adventure was Comic-Con. Tomorrow, we're gonna jump out of an airplane. Yeah, I can fly.
Yeah, no worries. Just turn on the jetpack.
Oh my goodness. Be unclipped. It's got like a gator style clip. My thumb is stuck. Pull that out ever so slightly. There we go.
Can't see right now.
Alright, don't rip that off once my hand is free. That cable has to be disconnected. So, like the other one has got a little gator clip. Oh, yeah, this one's real snug. Alright. Thank you.
Ooh.
Alright, let's get these frickin' arms off.
So there's a strap there? Okay. And then is there a cable that clips in for the lights on the hand, or those come off down there?
So those come off. The entire hand system is in the forearm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And then there's your battery backup right there
Yep,
for.
and there's an Arduino
Nice.
that's running the program for the light itself.
Gotcha.
Oh man.
That bacon, son.
Yeah, it's getting bad now.
Meg was like, thank goodness it's inside, because the that PLA is made out of corn, or can be. It's like it's gonna start melting. He's gonna have it custom formed suit straight to him. It's gonna start to sag.
Alright, what's next? This one. This one's a little funky. He has to push forward and then snap down. There we go. My neck is off. Oh my gosh. Where's the Brett, get a clip of this.
What you got?
Do you just unplug this cable?
Oh, Sweat City.
Sweat
Oh,
City right
there
there.
it Yep. Oh my goodness.
Hey Rage, come check this out.
Yeah, here, give me a sun.
Yes, the cable just disconnects. The battery pack stays on. Beautiful.
Got some Alex juice. Hey, you.
But Jackie, do not put
Alright,
this
and the backpack is unclipped. You just have to unclip it from the back of the abs. And then the back half can come off. Wait. one more. Here we go. All right, now we're good.
Ready, you want water?
That's slimy.
Yeah, Alex.
Hope you get a shot of that.
Heck yeah.
Oh man, that might end up in the intro video. Woo-wee. Eventually gotta get all that stuff on the boat because the stroller has to fit in on this right spot.
I'm just sitting there now too. Figure out how.
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say the best part of the suit is the Pringles socks. I mean,
Yeah.
Alex, I don't even like. How did you pull that off?
This is actually a mosquito.
No. I'm saying, is that magnet right there?
No, that's actually, it's taped in place like that. So there is a gap. What you're actually seeing is the circuit board from this.
Oh, that's kind of a cool feature. But just look at the pile.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that'd be nice.
I think it did phenomenally well.
I think
though.
it did.
I really do. Like, it worked out great. And you're not dead. Woo.
Not dead. Not passed out from dehydration.
Yeah,
I am about to get a donut because they're usually free. Might be a
Heck
bad choice after all this.
Nah, you need a little bit of a sugar rush. Come on, man. Come on, man. What you guys think? Good? You have fun? Maybe. They are cooked.
They are.
I know the cooked face when I see it.
So here we are done with the cons and we are back home, back in my office space here, and boy, was that a blast. My voice is shot. I am still in pain from head to toe, but it was worth it. 100% worth it. So now I want to take a minute and talk about what we learned and what we experienced with our first time at conventions wearing a full-blown Iron Man suit. First of all, a handler is a must. I knew this going into it, and boy, I had no idea how much that would be true. At each of the cons we went to, my wife was there to help support me, but she was also there with 3 kids. So she wasn't being relied on as a primary handler. She was able to help with some things here or there, but I wanted to make sure that I had people that could really dedicate some time and energy into helping me while I was in the suit that would allow her to make sure that she was able to take care of herself and the kids. So while my wife was there, we also had additional handlers at each of the cons. So besides my wife, at the cons, we did have 2 additional handlers at one of the cons, and then the other con, we only had 1 handler. And oh my goodness, I was so grateful to have them. So for my handlers out there, thank you. If you want to be a handler someday, please reach out to me and let's talk. The second thing that I learned and I came prepared for, make sure you bring some supplies to fix up your suit. I had a goodie bag all ready to go. I had different kinds of tape, and I had zip ties, I had backup batteries and chargers and all that stuff. So definitely, if you're going to a convention and you're using a big suit like this, bring supplies because you're probably going to need them. I did. I don't want to talk about it. I'll probably end up talking about it. Oh, why do I have to talk about it? The third tip, which I had not anticipated, was actually bendy straws. That's right, the first con, we go there and we get a drink and we realize I can barely adjust my head and lift it in such a way that I could drink from an actual cup if you were to hold a drink up to my mouth. So literally, we're bringing bendy straws every time we go to a con. We didn't do it at the first one. We managed to get a straw, which helped. But the second time, we came prepared with these bendy straws. And oh my gosh, it was a game changer. So if you're going to have trouble moving your arms and bringing a drink to your mouth, bring bendy straws and someone who loves you very much who's going to be willing to hold the drink up to your mouth. Well, as I mentioned, another thing that I learned is there are a few things in here that could use some slight tweaking and upgrades, let's say. I kind of anticipated that this might be the case, and unfortunately, this is the case. The suit held together, it worked, it got me through, I got awesome pictures. Nobody, I tell you what, nobody came up and said, do you see that little issue right there? Because people aren't looking at those things. So if you're going to a con and you know that there's something that is not 100% perfect with your suit, but your suit is awesome, give yourself some grace because people are just excited to see you wearing something awesome. So One of the things that I learned is that I'm going to have to revamp things. I'm going to have opportunities to revamp them, and I'll probably document some of those upgrades for you guys here in the channel. So what exactly will I be adjusting? Well, I have a back piece that connects to the ab portion of my suit, and the connection there just doesn't work very well. I had a little bit of issues the first time, and so we did kind of tape me into the suit. And then I came back from the first con, I put in stronger magnets, and the magnets did their job, but the plastic that was holding the magnets there did not do the job, unfortunately, and the plastic just gave way. So literally the second con, we had all kinds of nasty tape. It was all on the inside, so you couldn't see it, and it wasn't going to ruin my finish on my paint job, but yeah, we had a lot of tape that was holding me into my abs. So I currently have magnets in there, and I'm probably going to try to look for something more of a mechanical connection. So I've got some time to think about that, to do some research, to play around with some things, and stay tuned for a possible YouTube video. Another way that I'll probably be upgrading the suit is adding some padding. I have this big heavy backpack sitting on my shoulders, and a lot of the suit is hanging off of that, including the legs. I have a body harness that's a system of straps that it works super well. The legs, I had issues getting them to work when I was first building the suit. I could not get them to move with me, and they would just keep clunking into each other and locking up. And there's lots of different people who have had different solutions, but I ended up going with a strap system, and it works great. It just digs into my shoulders. So I wanted to incorporate maybe additional padding into the shoulders. I do have some pads under the backpack, but because the straps from the legs are also bearing down on my shoulders, it got pretty uncomfortable by the end. So I need to do some revamping there so that I can manage an entire con. On that same note, another thing that I might end up adjusting is I might, in the future, build things a little bit lighter. I built the legs. They weren't super heavy, but I wanted to make sure that they were durable because they were the legs, and I expected them to be banged up a little bit while we're walking around. They involve a lot of mobility. So I probably printed them just a little bit heavier than I should have. So in the future, I'm probably going to play around and make the prints just a little bit lighter so they're not quite as heavy. So the last thing that I want to say is have fun. Have fun at a con. I'll tell you what, I'm a pretty nerdy guy. I've been a nerdy guy my whole life, and there have definitely been moments when I've looked around and I've been like, I'm not sure I fit in super well right here. But one of my favorite things that I experienced at a convention was looking around and seeing all these like-minded people, all these people who are so excited to dress up as adults and to go to this awesome convention and to just have fun, to look at toy lightsabers. I saw one guy who had a Lego lightsaber hilt that I've always wanted to print. And just so many just fun, ridiculous things like that that oftentimes we don't partake in as adults because we're too grown up and mature for that. And so getting to look around and see all these people who are willing to just dress up and have fun, that was huge. And I think that impacted me more than I realized that it was going to impact me. I felt seen and heard and part of a bigger community. And it is fun. If you're into that stuff, it is so much fun. So please, 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 if you are into this kind of stuff, make sure that you go to a convention. Make sure you go to a couple of conventions to get a variety of experiences. And if you're into it, dress up. Have fun with it. Me and my wife, we kind of joke and we say that if younger me could see me today, he would be jealous. And it's true, because I never in a million years would have thought that I would have done things like this. I never would have thought that I would have been the guy walking around in a full Iron Man suit and people would be coming up to me and trying to take pictures. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you, there were a couple of moments where there were these little kids that you could tell they wanted to come up and take a picture, but they were nervous and their faces were just so in awe of the fact that they were looking at this full-blown Iron Man in front of them. Those moments are priceless. So yeah, never be afraid to tap into your inner child to experience all the fun that you can have at a convention. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about some of the special highlights from the time that we were there. The Spartanburg Comic Con was amazing because it was literally my first debut of the suit. I got so many people coming up and talking to me. The owner of the Comic Con shared something on his social media about the suit, and it literally boosted our views. The responses that we've gotten from you guys have just been outstanding and have really blown up the channel in ways that it has not experienced yet before. So I want to thank all of you for that. The second con that we went to was the Soda City Comic Con, and that's in Columbia, South Carolina. And that was also a fantastic experience. It was the larger of the two cons, and so there were more people dressed up, and there were some celebrities there that was really exciting. So one of my highlights was I got to meet Katie Sackhoff And there were other people there. We actually met the voice of Minnie Mouse, and that was super exciting. But oh my gosh, like seeing her in the room and walking up to her and talking to her in my giant Iron Man suit was something else. Oh, it was. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so there's a lot that I've seen her in that I've loved, but I love her as Bo-Katan. And so getting to go up and talk to her, and then my kids came up and we literally started talking about the different shows that our kids are watching right now. Oh my gosh, it was just such a weird moment of talking to like one of my heroes in the flesh and then realizing that they're a normal person like me, that they also have their kids at home and they do all those things. And I don't know, it was really exciting to get to meet her. Literally at one point I was standing there and she actually walked by and I was like, oh my gosh, Katie Sackhoff just walked right by me. So yeah, it was really awesome getting to meet Katie Sackhoff. Another exciting moment that I had was someone came up and they asked if they could take a picture, and of course I said yes. And then afterwards I told him what I was telling most people there was, hey, if you'd like to tag me in this, here's where I post. I'm on Instagram and YouTube. You can find me Pratt Printing Press. And the guy looked at me and he said, I know, I follow you. I followed you for a long time. And that just blew my mind because I don't know, this started out with like 5 people watching and it was mostly my friends and family. So the fact that I was at this big convention and somebody told me that they knew who I was, that was a really special, heartwarming, and humbling moment. And so thank you for that as well, if you're watching this video. Right after that, another really exciting thing happened. Literally, someone from the news came up and asked if they could interview me. They asked me a few questions, and they got some video, and they shared it on their website. And it was just, again, just another one of those really humbling moments where I couldn't believe that here I was being interviewed for the news. And again, I almost quit on this suit halfway through it. So the fact that I stuck through, I finally accomplished this thing, and the people actually want to experience it. The people are excited to see this and take pictures with it, and that the news wanted to talk about it and stuff like that. It just, I dedicated so much to get here, and it was really exciting at these 2 cons to see all that hard work paid off. And I can't put a price tag on that. One last unique moment that I want to share that's kind of a weird moment to share, but I kind of felt like sharing it, was literally a little panic attack that I had. Close to the end of the con, I got to a place where I was miserable in the suit. People were literally trying to lift up the backpack to try to take some of the weight off of my shoulders, and my mask was one of the things that was kind of failing. It kept dropping down, so I needed to tweak the mask a little bit, but all of that led to a feeling of being very claustrophobic. I felt like I couldn't breathe, and then at one point I told my handlers, I said, I need to get out of the suit. And this wasn't like, let's go to the parking garage. This was like, I need to get out of it now. The moment that I said that, we tried to walk away, and all of a sudden we got bombarded by the biggest group of people asking for pictures. We had been taking pictures all day, but all of a sudden there was this large group and we couldn't get out. I literally was struggling to get my hand up to do little Iron Man poses for the pictures, and I couldn't breathe. And every time I would try to step away, somebody else would be like, oh, no, me too, me too, me too, I want a picture. No, me too. And then literally this tall gentleman came up and he set his arm on my shoulder, and I felt like I was going to die. And I finally got away, but it literally felt like that moment in Iron Man 3, if you know what I'm talking about, when the kid asks him a question in the restaurant. So he walks out and he falls into his suit because he's having a little panic attack. It felt like that. It felt like that because I needed to get out of the suit. I needed to be able to breathe, and so it was an interesting moment to say the least. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. If you're in a big heavy suit, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're taking breaks. Make sure you're sitting down if you can. Take care of yourself. Well, guys, that's basically going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you so much for being a part of the journey here. Now that I've finished this massive project, I'm kind of looking forward to see what the next thing is going to be. So if you guys have any ideas for a large-scale project, I'm not talking about a single helmet or a sword, but a large-scale project that you would like to see me tackle that I'll actually document and make a YouTube series dedicated towards, please let me know. Shoot me a message or drop something in the comments so that I can get that feedback and hear what it is that you guys would be interested in me making, because I'm in this place now where I'm kind of itching for the next big thing while working on some of these little videos here and there. So let me know. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to everyone who has supported me to this point. It took me 2 years to build this suit, but without the support of some of you guys in the comment section, I literally wouldn't have gotten where I am today. So from the bottom of my heart, I mean it. Thank you. So on your way out, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so that you don't miss any new uploads when they come out. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later.
Let's try it again.
Here in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. A lot of people ask me how to go to the bathroom in this suit. Just like that. Okay. Well, I have a video where I'm like, hey, cat's out of the bag. I built an Iron Man suit. Here it is.